Libby Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with my co-host and producer, Kevin E.
Hey, Libby, how's it going?
Good.
Sorry for making us late today.
Yes, we couldn't go live right away because we have we have a new camera.
Yes.
And we have a new green screen behind Kevin.
New cameras, new screens.
So what's behind you? Put it back over to you and see.
Oh, okay. I need to zoom in a little.
So see, it's not the funny wall behind him. And
not
we
anymore.
can add in. We could put Libby's Movie Hunt pictures back there.
Yeah, that's true.
Stream it, whatever.
I'm going to add all kinds of stuff back there.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. So sorry we're late. We're having a little technical difficulties.
Working some new bugs out.
Yeah, we always like tweaking with it.
Yep. We like new tech. Well, I like it when it works.
I was telling someone today, they're like, "You're going to do your show in like 45 minutes." I'm like, "We like it to be live because it just kind of makes it more fun and spontaneous. And if we mess up, who cares?"
Yeah, I'm making tech corrections as we go.
I'm going to talk first, Kevin, so you can kind of tweak with stuff. So
I appreciate that. I'm still messing with things.
Hi, everybody. So glad you joined us. But okay, I didn't tell Kevin this. I hope I don't look weird on camera. My eyes, Kevin, did they look weird to you?
If anything looks weird, it's because of my lighting and camera settings. Your eyes look great.
So. Okay, well, this is a girl thing. You probably won't even get this. Your Elise, your cute girlfriend, may not have ever done this, but I had last weekend when I got back in town those fake eyelashes put on where they go in and put individual eyelashes on each eyelid.
I don't even know about this.
With a special glue. It's supposed to last 2 or 3 weeks. Well, I had an allergic reaction to the glue. Literally, I have a picture on my phone. My eyes blew up to like bugs.
Could you see?
No, my eyes were stuck together. It was they were like crusted together Sunday morning.
That's like terrifying.
It was horrible. So I go back to the place. They took them off. My eyes got even more swollen. So Monday morning, I had to go get a cortisone shot to make the swelling go down. I've had to take Benadryl and Claritin all week. And now my eyes aren't as puffy, but they're real wrinkly and dry. But the things, beauty hurts.
Yes. And how could you ever expect for somebody? There's no way you could have known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just had to share that with you.
So that'll be your last time doing that.
If you're allergic or guys to certain makeups and things, don't put that glue on your eyes. And I even asked for sensitive eye glue.
You're right. Women will do weird things for stuff like this.
Well, and think about it. I maintain my hair. I have to get it highlighted. I have to get bear with me. Let me talk a little bit about this.
Sure.
I have to get my nails done every couple weeks. Why did I want to add the eyelashes? You have to go every 2 or 3 weeks to do that.
That does seem like another extra headache.
Yeah, so much maintenance. It's just total maintenance. You guys are so lucky.
Have you ever done this thing my girlfriend does when she travels where you have the little teeny fish eat the dead skin off your feet?
No.
That's the strangest thing I've ever heard of. She's done it a couple times.
It kind of sounds, I think I'd be so ticklish.
Exactly. I've seen video of it and people just sit there and laugh. I'm like, that sounds miserable. I hate my feet being tickled. Right.
It's a pedicure with fish nibbling on your,
I'm like, I don't know who else's feet they've been nibbling on.
I know.
You know what I mean? I don't know that I want to take that risk.
I don't even know if it would work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, I don't know how we got off on that. Yeah. Okay, but it's probably better things to talk about than what's going on at the movies. There are no good movies.
Oh, exactly. We should probably just sit here and talk about other stuff because there's really not much movie things to talk about.
You can tell us about man maintenance.
I try to get my hair cut about every 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep.
And
that's pretty much it.
You have a little tan, though.
Oh, I do. Yeah. It was a really bad burn. Now it's a tan. Oh, my girlfriend clips trims my eyebrows.
Oh, that is so cute that you would share that.
Like, that's a thing that I do. When she says they're pointing in a bunch of different directions, she'll clip my eyebrows.
She don't want you to have a unibrow.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. This conversation's getting good. Oh, my gosh. That's sweet. But, and speaking of men things, though, I have to add this. Nothing's worse than a big hairy back.
Ooh, yeah.
If my husband had a hairy back, I would totally make him wax it.
That was a Family Feud question the other day, was what areas would men at least want to have hair? And I put my ears, but back was number one.
Back's not good.
Yep.
Yeah, but ear thing doesn't happen until you're older, I don't think.
That's true. You can get back hair when you're like 18, probably. You know?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, it's so funny. Okay, well, the 3 movies that you and I saw, you saw Pacific Rim.
Yep.
I saw I Can Only Imagine and
Unsane.
Okay.
I didn't know that was already out yet until you told me you were seeing it yesterday.
I know. And it's kind of a horror film, so I was interested in it. But you weren't able to find a clip of I Can Only Imagine, could you?
No, not all I Can Imagine.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I Can Only Imagine it's a true story, which I love. It's based on the band, their story, Mercy Me, that Christian rock band. And the lead singer wrote that song, I Can Only Imagine, for Amy Grant. Mm-hmm. And then she ended up giving it back to him, and they performed it, and they became famous. This was 10, 15 years ago. And he came from an abusive family, the lead singer of Mercy Me. And Dennis Quaid plays his abusive father in it, and Cloris Leachman, she's been around for actress, plays his grandmother. And then there's a lot of actors that you wouldn't be familiar with. J. Michael Finley is the star of it. But it's a good faith-based film. It got 67% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's not quite certified fresh.
No. Close.
Close. But I liked it. It was a little, I was surprised Dennis Quaid signed on for it because it did have a little of that, like I always say about faith-based films.
Yeah.
It seems like they're a little low budget or cheesy.
They can be oversaturated with cheese, definitely.
It wasn't so much cheesy, more as kind of the low budget, the farmhouse that he grew up in. It was just like I felt like they could find better sets.
Yeah. That kind of, yeah.
It's like they pay
it
all
had
their
a low
money
budget feel.
Well, all their money went to Dennis Quaid, probably.
Yep.
And supposedly he's a believer. But like I said, I've told y'all before, I want you to go see faith-based films because whether any kind of, whatever your faith is, but I'm a Christian and I love to see a good faith-based film. And there aren't many of them, and Hollywood doesn't seem to want to make them. And so we need to support them. And if you're going to see a Christian film, this is good. It's worth seeing.
You said that about a lot of faith-based movies.
No, most of them I haven't liked. So I give this, I would give it completely popcorn worthy. Are we going to put it up? But
there we go.
I'd say it's really popcorn worthy. Check it out. Y'all go, let's support it.
Is it wide release? You can see it?
Well, I had heard, yes, it's like at North Park or like at AMC theaters right now. And someone's like, it's leaving soon, but I noticed it's staying through the weekend, so it must be doing okay.
Yeah, I would think so.
A lot of times they don't have real long runs, these faith-based films.
Yeah.
So I recommend it. So,
all right.
And you know some of these contemporary Christian bands. You've heard I Can Only Imagine.
Yeah.
Like the line was when his father died and they had finally come to terms with each other, his grandmother leaned over and said, I can only imagine what your father's seeing now in heaven. That's where the line came from.
Yeah.
And so it's cute.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you tell us about Pacific Rim.
All right.
I know nothing about this movie.
Oh, I hate to preface with this, yes, but it's just another one of those movies. If you're into the kind of sci-fi scene, if you enjoyed the first Pacific Rim and you enjoy movies like Transformers, this is probably something that will interest you. But do not go to see this movie expecting the level of depth and creativity that the original had. It just isn't there. If you remember the plot, it's one of those kind of ridiculous monster movie robot kind of save the world plots, but it had Guillermo del Toro at the helm. You had Charlie Hunnam and Idris Elba, who are great actors, in lead roles.
And the first one.
Yes, which was just, it really kind of carried the movie to give it a little more seriousness and take it a little more seriously than you would, say, Transformers 8 Revenge of the whatever, So it's the plot of the first one. The world has been kind of under attack, taken over by these monsters, and they're enormous. The only way that they have to fight them are these kind of robots that they drive, multiple people that sort of fight the giant monsters. And then this kind of picks up that same thing. It's 10 years after the battle that took place in the original.
Well, let me ask you, this is the second one.
This is the second one. There's only been two. Yeah.
See, I feel like there was more.
No,
okay, I don't mean to interrupt.
Okay. No worries, because with Transformers there are like 10 of them. So, but this one has John Boyega from Star Wars, and it seems like that's kind of what they were looking for to really bring people to the seats, is to have the guy from Star Wars in it.
Which one from Star Wars?
Finn.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, he's great. But he doesn't have the depth, the kind of character development that you kind of saw in the first one. Not that the first one was really deep, but it was more deep. Yeah. This one is just kind of one of those fluff sequels that's by the numbers, and it's just showing you bigger, better, more of what you saw in the first one, and doing way more special effects, way more battles, but way less story. That's not to say it isn't good. I just feel that this one is geared more towards kids than it is towards big-time science fiction fans, where I think Guillermo del Toro had sci-fi fans more in mind when he made the first one. But overall, it's good. The plot, you're going to see very familiar elements, very familiar type characters, very familiar battles, but it's definitely a fun movie. Kind of long. Yeah.
Why do they do that?
I don't know.
But is this based on like Transformers was a cartoon? Is this a cartoon or anything, Pacific Rim?
I actually don't know. I'm not sure what the source material is.
Let me ask you this. Pacific Rim, I think of that being California. Why is it called Pacific Rim?
I think that's true. I'm not sure exactly, to be honest.
It has something to do with California.
And I remember people going nuts about this. I think back in 2013 is when the original came out and saying, this movie looks so good. This is such an original concept. And I remember thinking, that doesn't sound that original to me. This sounds like every kind of idea every kid who's played with toy monsters and robots has thought of before. But they do. It's not like The Matrix, where it's a totally new approach to a science fiction concept.
But being a science fiction fan that you are, did you like this? I mean,
it's not really for me. To
really?
me,
Why? Because it's too kiddish.
It's just like one of those fluff movies where it's just tons of action. It feels a lot to me more like I was watching a Transformers movie than something that took place in that realm of the first film.
Right.
I would almost say it could be like a Transformers prequel, practically.
Oh. But
it's just the way it feels. But I'm not a huge fan of the first one. I thought the first one was okay. This one's a little less, but they're overall entertaining. They're good movies to kind of go and see at the theater and eat popcorn and don't feel bad if you have to get up to go to the bathroom a few times.
Because you can miss, yeah.
Yeah.
The Finn, I'm kind of surprised Star Wars would let him do such a big action.
I was thinking that to jump into another big franchise. I mean, it does seem kind of strange.
That seems kind of like you're betraying the other one or something.
It does. I kind of don't like that.
I have no desire to see that.
Yeah.
Because you're such a diehard Star Wars guy.
And when it comes to science fiction, there are concepts that I think are way better. Ready Player One, I think, looks way better than Pacific Rim Uprising.
Right. Ready Player One, y'all, is Steven Spielberg's film that Kevin's so excited about. He's going to go see next week and tell us about it.
It's going to be great.
You think, though? Do you like video games?
Yes.
Okay.
And I love all the old nerdy references that are in it. I think it's going to be great.
Did you play this Ready Player One?
No, it's not based off anything that I know of. I think it's an original concept.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if it's a book or not. I want to say it's almost Spielberg's concept, but that may not. That could be totally wrong.
It's like Tomb Raider is based off a game, the movie, and it feels kind of like when you're watching it. I saw it. You did.
Yeah, no, I did not see it.
I felt like you're kind of in a game.
Yeah.
I liked Tomb Raider, by the way, y'all. I think a couple of weeks ago I talked about it. It's still out in theaters. I really, really enjoyed it.
The trailers looked good. It looked like they actually kind of took the idea of Tomb Raider and actually put it on screen, unlike the Angelina Jolie ones, which were just completely ridiculous.
No, you'd like it, and the star of it she was great.
And it also features, what's his name, Walton Goggins. I'm a huge fan of his.
Who's he?
He plays the villain in Tomb Raider.
But what's he in? What else has he been in?
He was on The Shield. He was on Justified, and then that show 6. He's been in a lot of different stuff.
He was good in it. Go see that. Well, so you're giving what Pacific Rim?
It's just not for me. I mean, personally, I'm going to go and I'm going to call it half pop.
Half pop?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I would think. I haven't seen it. What does it say on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think the first one has like a 70, and I think this one is in the 50s, so it's not fresh.
Oh, well, and we were talking about this earlier. I don't know if we said it on air. I can only imagine a 69. I did think I said that. That's close.
Yeah, it's really close.
Because we're usually pretty close in our assessment of these things.
And I'm saying half popped, and I think any kind of like a kid who loved the first Pacific Rim will love this movie.
I think a kid could see it. It's appropriate to see it, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking on Facebook at us. Well, our coloring I look a little dark.
Yeah, everything looks a little weird this week.
I like how it looks, but I look like a little. Maybe it's good because it doesn't show my puffy eyes.
I feel like I look like I'm superimposed or something.
You look a little redder or something, but it looks good. But
we've had some changes to make, a totally new setup in here.
But
this
my
week.
Skin, I'm looking at it, kind of looks dark. But it looks okay. See, that's one thing great about the sea. I can see.
This is how we feel time when there's not a lot of good movies out.
I know. We're just talking
critique
about
ourselves on air about how we look.
Somebody chime in. Tell us what you want us to chat. We'll talk about more female and male body hair.
And let us know about our coloring. We'll make adjustments.
Yes, make adjustments. It's on, it looks like I look a little gray.
I feel like you have some grainy shadowing around you that's driving me nuts.
But how can we tweak that?
I'll just have to go in and adjust, the gain and exposure and all those kind of little things.
We'll figure it out.
I work so hard to tweak it, but when you're not here, but I look so different on the camera than you do, it's so hard to get your camera right unless you're sitting right there.
I know. Well, we'll come in and work on it before next show. Okay, I saw Unsane last night, and you didn't even know it was coming out, did you?
No, and I saw a trailer for it, though, when I saw Strangers, and I remember thinking it looked pretty cool.
Well, it is the new film by Steven Soderbergh, who did the Ocean's 11 films. I'm a huge fan of his.
Me too. He's a very eclectic director.
Okay, this is a weird movie. Should we? You did find a clip of this.
I do have a clip of this one.
We didn't show a Pacific Rim clip. Do you want to do that?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. In fact, let's just show it real quick because this clip pretty much sums up exactly what you're paying for if you go see Pacific Rim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plasma cannon! I think we pissed him off. Good. Hell yeah. It looks hot. Go for his power core.
And that's it. Noise and flashing lights. It's very much.
Wait.
Are you listening to our show?
What? How come it's playing? That's so weird. Sorry.
We're having some technical problems with not just with the studio.
My phone. This is getting hilarious. It's like, are y'all even really out? Are we doing a show?
One of our most candid episodes, most certainly.
Wait, my phone won't turn off. What's happening?
You want me to take it and shut it off?
I got it. Okay. Okay, but you know what that totally looked like? A cartoon.
Yes, exactly.
It looked like a cartoon.
Yep.
Like something you watch on a Saturday morning as a kid. I'm totally not going to see that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But kids, go see it.
Yeah, it is fun.
Recommends it to
If
y'all.
that looks cool to you, you're going to see a lot of that.
No, I didn't like it. It didn't look good at all to me. Okay, Unsane, Steven Soderbergh, 79% Rotten Tomatoes. And let's show a clip before I tell you all a little bit about it.
Look, I have to go. I'm going to be late for work. So. The door's locked.
For your privacy. I need you to take off your clothes down to your underwear and remove all your jewelry.
There's nothing wrong with me. I just needed to talk to someone, and the counselor said that I... Did she tell you to do this?
Miss Valentini, are you refusing to cooperate?
What happens if I do?
It would be better for everyone, but especially yourself, if you just do as I ask.
That's it. Okay, to me, I was so excited about seeing this because you and I both kind of like horror films or psychological thrillers.
Yeah, suspenseful kind of. Yeah.
You've got to go see this movie for me. Promise me you will, because I don't know what it is trying to do. I get confused a lot in movies anyway.
Sure.
But this one is like, a lot of times you can think about it later and you can think, oh, that meant this at the end. You walk away being a little confused, but.
Kind of like Get Out?
Yeah, but this one, you're like, I don't know you totally understand the story. I'm not confused about the story. I'm confused about what Steven Soderbergh was trying to do here, because he is such a great director, could have a huge budget. He's got a major star in it, Claire Foy, who's in The Queen right now. You know Claire Foy, the British actress.
Yes.
She's unbelievable. It has Juno Temple, another British actress. Amy Irving, who used to be married to Steven Spielberg years ago and was in Carrie in the 70s or 80s.
Sure, yeah.
She plays her mother. You've got an appearance of Matt Damon. You've got this psychological thriller where this girl goes in to talk to a psychiatrist because she's moved and feels her stalker is still stalking her. Then they admit her, and then kind of all these crazy things happen in this hospital. She gets admitted without knowing she admitted herself. But that's the whole deal. It sounds interesting, right?
It seems like one of those where you're watching the whole time, you don't know if she's actually crazy or if it,
Exactly.
almost like Shutter Island.
Right.
I don't feel that way.
But here's what I want you to see. Go see it and tell me why he did this. It's shot like it's the most low-budget film you've ever seen. The costumes are terrible. The setting, it is like he went to just some random hospital, put some people in their own clothes, got some bad actors except for those few I named. No, none of the actors are good in it except the 3 or 4 stars, and there's got a lot of players in it.
Yeah, Steven Soderbergh's never a problem getting funding for a big budget film.
It's like he almost shot it. My son and I were like, it's almost kind of like that first Blair Witch where they handheld camera. Yeah. It's almost like it's doing handheld, but it's not. It's the strangest
Are there
thing.
like kind of shaky tracking shots where they're following the characters and weird stuff?
You feel like it's just a low budget film.
Yeah.
It's almost like he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Or like he wanted to get this made and he couldn't raise the money, and so it's really like a little independent film that he made himself. Or
that
something.
Somehow has wide distribution.
Yes.
I don't know. That's weird.
Please, I just want you to see if you agree with me, because I see so many films and I'm like, what? If this was just some little weird independent director at the Angelica or Magnolia Independent Film Theater, but this is Steven Soderbergh.
Yeah, and this is stuff you usually hear about before a movie comes out. Like in interviews, he'd be talking about it and telling, the AV Club and the Hollywood Reporter and people, I chose this kind of way to do it. And usually you know about it before it comes. That's really strange, though, because from the trailers, I had no idea it was like that.
There's nothing high budget about it at all. So I would say...
Except that they have the actress from Queen right now.
Claire Foy, who is unbelievable in it. But I'm going to give it... I think I'm going to give it half popped.
Oops, sorry, hold on. Here we go, more technical problems.
There is a little kind of twist, and it's kind of interesting. I'm going to say half pop. I wouldn't waste your time, really.
Man, I was looking forward to this one.
I know, but
it's a dismal time for movies.
But I don't think you'd be wasting your time because it's not a long movie. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. I mean, and since you're a movie buff, I think, and you like horror films, I think you might like it more than the average person.
So it could be a decent Friday night, date night kind of movie to go see, or just something if you're looking for a quick one to go by yourself.
Right. So I don't know. Okay, another independent film I saw was, we don't have a clip for anything, but if you out there that love independent films, it's called Oh, Lucy. It has Josh Hartnett in it, and it's this, takes place in Tokyo, and it's a Japanese director. It won the Independent Spirit Award, which I'm not even real familiar with that. But this woman, and it got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
And I saw it, and I liked it for an independent movie. It's a good, quirky little film, and Josh Hartnett I haven't seen him in anything in a while.
I think the only thing he's been in the last decade is Penny Dreadful, the TV series. But movies, I don't think he's done anything at all.
He's great, and he's really a movie star. I want to see him. He's a good-looking guy.
I always liked him, yeah.
You'd love him in this. But he teaches English over in Tokyo, and this older woman kind of gets a crush on him and follows him and her niece back over to L.A. And just these kind of funny things happen. And she has kind of an unhappy life, and it's just kind of an interesting little film.
So what kind of genre, I mean, would you put in, like a dramedy type? Or
Dramedy, probably, yeah. But if you want to see a quirky little independent film with some good performances, I would go see Oh, Lucy.
You want to give it a rating?
Yeah, I give it totally popcorn worthy. If you like that kind of film. Because it's definitely an independent film.
I would say dramedy's got to be one of the more popular independent.
I'm in the screen. Look, am I in the middle of the thing?
No. Oh, you see the frames. Is that what you mean?
This show's wacky. What? It's wheels off.
People in the audience can't see that. It's just on my control screen.
Okay. We're just saying anything that's on our mind today.
Yeah.
What other random
thing?
Earlier we had the camera. I was floating. So.
It does look really weird when you're on there and you're making adjustments and you're bouncing all over the screen.
I felt like I was floating. But so we're just kind of being goofy today because there's really not a lot to share with y'all.
Yeah, just a goofy Friday.
Yeah, it's a goofy Friday. And but next week we will be back. I guess we're about to wrap it up.
Oh, and I just wanted to say real quick, one streaming movie that I think you and I loved this movie. I'm pretty sure you loved it too, and it's streaming right now on Netflix. Is Wind River with Jeremy Renner and Elizabeth Olsen.
Yes, I love. Everybody go. Yeah, download it, watch it, whatever.
Great movie. I mean, it's not. It's all about the characters. It's not a very good murder mystery. I mean, it's not a very even tough case for the cops to solve. It's just a really good character interaction and background.
Well, Taylor really Sheridan, please, is the best. The one guy who wrote it from Texas. So
yes.
He did our other favorite, Hell or High Water. Yay, that's fun. Okay, well, guys, thanks for tuning in and putting up with this. And we had a lot of fun, and we will see y'all next Friday, 3 o'clock. Thanks.